Hey freshmen, it's Mr. Czuba from your friendly neighborhood counseling department, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the end of the year. I know you got some time here at the end of your PSAT testing, and I want to let you know about what's going to happen in your English classes. I know you got a few minutes. You had a good year, I hope, and to end it, you're going to have a career speech in English, and you're going to be able to use the career cruising website that we showed you when you went in your social studies classes back in October. All right, so get ready for that. The good news is that everything, just about everything you're going to use for that speech is going to be found on Career Cruising. Your teachers, however, have told me that they're going to ask you to go and look for some things on some other websites that kind of beef the speech up, so don't be afraid to go to some other places to find out what you're going to want to do when you get older. Now remember, you want to pick a topic, you want to pick a career that's on your interest in list. Don't stray from that. If you do, you're going to want to have to check off with either your teacher or whoever the counselor is in there, because we want to make sure that it's a career that's based and that's good for you, all right? Because if it's not, there's no sense in doing it. Also, we want you to pick something that you really like, because if you don't do that, what's the point of it? All right, so just remember, when you get on Career Cruising, there's a few things that you have to look at in order to be able to do all this stuff. So let me show you exactly what you need to do. All right, so if you go to careercruising.com, hopefully you bookmarked it on your Chromebook. All right, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So to log in, remember, it's going to be capital L, capital P, dash, whatever your ID number is. So that's going to be 21 something 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 something. All right, and your password is going to be whatever your Chromebook computer password is. So you type that in, next, and then you'll log in, and that should bring you to the home page. You're going to want to go up to the top toolbar in the blue bar up here where it says assessments. Go ahead and click on that. Once you get to the page that says Explore Assessments, on the left-hand side down here where it says Matchmaker and My Skills, under Best Match, you should have put your first name, maybe the number 1. Go ahead and click on that, and that should take you to your results. Okay, scroll down a little bit. First thing you want to make sure is you answered all 116 questions that we asked you to do. If you haven't, that's one thing you're going to want to do that first day we introduced the topic to you. So make sure that you have done that. If you haven't done that, you can do that ahead of time and make sure you finish it up. When you look at your list, make sure you pick a career choice that's something that you're interested in. Now remember, the number 1 choice might not be something that you want to do, and that's okay. As you scroll down, you might actually find something here. Okay, as you see here, I'm scrolling down and I'm looking and I'm looking and I see, oh, okay, I see something here that I'm interested in doing. I'm going to choose number 17 here, which is an anthropologist. Okay, the first thing it's going to take you to, it's going to show you if it's suitable for you. And as I come down here, I see that yes, everything, all the aspects of the job are something that I would like to do. There's nothing here that shoots up a red flag. All right. If you look to the left on this side right here, what I'm circling, you can see that everything you're going to need to answer the questions is right here. All right. So they're going to be asking you questions like, or actually what I should say is you're going to be talking about things like what's the description of the job. So you click on there. One of the nice things about this website is it actually has 2 people that actually do this career. So right here we have Karen, and you can actually click on her interview and it would actually talk to you about the job that she does, and you can get some great information here. And then there's also a second person. Most of you will also have a second person as well. You can click on working conditions, talks a little bit about where you're going to be working. Here's a big thing that I know that you're interested in, how much money you can make. All right, we want you to talk about entry wage, and we also want you to talk about how much money you're going to be making after a few years. Remember, a lot of you are not going to be making the money you think you should be making when you either get out of college or get out of the training you're going to need for this career. So it's important to have a career that you're passionate about, because after a few years, you will be making that money, as you can see here. All right, we're talking entry wage. Here is around $43,000, but with experience, we're talking somewhere in the area of 8 to 10 years, you are more than doubling that, which is good. All right. One of the other things that we want you to look at is what percentage of job growth there's going to be, and because we are living in Illinois, it's going to default there. If you want to look at a different state, you can certainly do that. Anything above 5% is really good. The job growth here for this particular job is 4.2, so it's not too bad. All right. As we go further down, you can see things such as a sample career path, which is nice because this will also tell you how much money you can make. It'll also talk to you about if you need more education. As you see here, they're talking for anthropology that this particular level of education, you probably should get a PhD. Now, one of the things that we're going to want to talk seriously about to you is this related careers tab. We realize that sometimes you're going to change exactly what you want to do, okay? But in reality, your interests really don't kind of change. They stay in the same areas, all right? So here's a couple of things we want you to concentrate on when you're doing this. Related careers talks about other careers that have the same area of concentration, all right? And we also want to talk to you about the career clusters, because of these two areas are what you shown interest in based on the way you answered the questions. So if you are thinking, I don't really want to do any of these jobs, you can go to these two places and look for potential careers as well. And this is something that we want you to concentrate on. Your English teachers are going to want you to talk about related careers, because we also know that there's a possibility that you're going to have to maybe make a second choice in a career somewhere down the line. All right? Thanks for your time. We want to end this video with a positive video from YouTube. This gentleman's name is Garrett Robinson. He is the highest selling e-author, and he has some news for you about starting whatever you want to do now. Thanks for listening, freshmen. We'll catch you next week when we start these career speeches. Thanks a lot. Bye.
But if I could choose one thing to teach the generation of tomorrow, it wouldn't be how to write. It wouldn't be how to do anything. Because for teenagers, I think that there is one super important lesson that they should learn and start applying right now. I'm not talking about advice like always be true to yourself, or try not to let other people get you down, or you are valuable. That is all true, good advice. But really, you should learn that earlier in life, and it will continue to apply long after you're a teenager. But there's one thing that most teenagers don't learn, and I wish someone would teach them. One thing that would have prepared me for life better than I was. That lesson is start now. Whatever it is you want to do with your life, start now. I don't care what it is, start now. If you're like me, you've been brought up in a culture that teaches you go to school, go to high school, graduate, go to college, graduate, and then your life begins. But that's only partially true. Your life has already begun, and you will have a tremendous leg up on the adult portion of your life if you start right now. You should absolutely go to college if that's the right choice for you, but if you wait until after college to start doing what you want to do, you will have wasted years of opportunity to learn about your career. Because there are two parts to learning. There is book learning and there is learning by doing. And lots of people spend years and years and years book learning but have no practical experience to apply it to. Let me let you in on a little secret. If you know what you want to do with your life, you have a tremendous advantage, because most people your age have no clue. But if you don't know what you want to do with your life, but you have some ideas, if you just pick one and go with it as hard as you can, you will learn very quickly whether that's actually what you want to do, and your schooling will benefit from that. And this is very important. You will learn that lesson while the consequences for failure are still relatively small. It's not 100%, but the chances are pretty good that your basic costs of living are being paid by someone else right now. Odds are also pretty good that you have fewer responsibilities than you will ever have for the rest of your life. I don't mean to belittle what you're doing or any obligations you have right at this moment. I'm just saying that whatever it's like now, it's going to be much, much worse once you've moved out on your own. So if you want to be a writer, write a book. Start now. If you want to be a filmmaker, make films. Start now. If you want to be a businessman, start a small business in your school. Start now. Check out the book Penny to a Million. That's an awesome book about a kid who starts a business with $10 and graduates high school with thousands of dollars in the bank. You cannot comprehend how much better off that kid is than the vast majority of Americans. But the point is, no matter what you want to do, use the time you have now to start doing what you want to do and learn how to sell it. Because whatever it is that you want to do, once you graduate, you will have to learn how to market that to other people, whether it's to customers or an employer. Otherwise, you're going to struggle just to survive. And unfortunately, while schools can teach you how to do things, almost none of them teach you how to survive doing what it is you want to do. So learn that lesson for yourself. Whatever it is you want to do, get out there and start now. Believe me, once you graduate, you'll be 10 steps ahead of everyone else. You'll know how to do what you want to do, you'll know how to take care of yourself doing it, and you'll know what makes you happy. And that's really all I want for you or anyone else. I just want you to be happy. Thanks for watching, Rebels. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.